I'm gonna walk you through how I do everything. I obviously know the store pretty well. I've been here a bunch of times.
Hey guys, don't worry. You want us to follow you on Instagram or anything like that?
So we'll see what happens there. All right, so we're done here. When you're flipping, you're using the cheapest product because you're passing on the manufacturer's warranty to the customer. If they're hard on LVT, even if I don't like it or if they don't like it, we're looking for the best product. Okay, so we're gonna go over to the shower next. When we're gonna do transition profiles, this is the Schluter. This is the type of stuff we're gonna wanna do. And like I told you, we're either gonna use black, so that'll be for our shower. So our fixtures are gonna be that, this is the stuff that keeps you know what this is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that where the tile and the sheetrock meet?
Yes, correct.
It's like a border.
Yep, it's a transition piece. Yep. This is the shower flooring region. Something like this is gonna look really good. Now these are a little bit expensive, so we'll keep walking. Like this should be the cheapest one, right? I use this one a lot. Some sort of a nice pattern for your shower floor. I wouldn't recommend that. We're gonna want something that's gonna pop a little bit. So you can see these are only $7 a foot. So maybe 40 feet. So it might be $280 in material. We can look at some of this, but
porcelain tile.
It's all too expensive, except for this side. This side's cheap. So it always starts with the lowest price, usually. So I can tell you my go-tos have been stuff like this, but not in this type of a house. Okay, this is like a cheap house, okay? Like this, I've been using this a lot lately for actually my rentals, a black and white transition. Something like this will look good on the floor. These are expensive though. So we're just kind of looking at like whatever looks the best. And whatever looks the best, what I mean is I know what sells. I might like this and be like, oh man, I love this. But we're not trying to be specific,
okay.
Right? We're trying to be mass appeal. So actually I had an idea for the kitchen backsplash. This would be the absolute cheapest way to go, like something like this. So this is what I would take a picture of, just so you have it. You can look at that. That's a clean look. It's appealing to everybody. And look at the price. We're not doing a ton of square footage in that. It's not $30 a square foot, it's $9. So we just want to see what everybody else is doing. So I haven't looked at all the pictures yet to see what everybody else is doing. So we've got a couple good ideas here. This is a good look too. Oh, that's way too expensive. So you'll see like all this stuff is gonna be more expensive. That's our cheap row. I know all this stuff because my wife likes it all and it's all the most expensive.
That's what you're putting in your home?
No, I'm not. On the one I'm building,
yeah.
I stopped even counting. I was like, you pick what you want. That's a good flooring look. I like the hexagon better. I think it's kind of coming back in style. So we've got a lot of different options. We just want to have a couple good ideas. This is another good one that's not too expensive. That might work. Because I was actually looking at right before we left last night, I was like, what do we do in our kitchen? Because I'm living in my flip, as you know.
Oh.
So another good idea for backsplash, something like this, but not laid out this way.
And this was just herringbone, right?
They laid it out herringbone, but this is just subway tile.
Okay.
But you see the black grout?
Yes.
So if we did that, we'd want to brick lay it, right? Okay. That's like a brick pattern lay, or we could do herringbone, whatever. But we definitely want to use the black grout, the black or silver grout. Yeah, so that's something like we probably want to stay away. That is a good look. Like if you were gonna say, hey, this is a good look actually. You see it's $1.49 a piece. Yeah. So if we can get that other one that's only $3.99 and it works just fine, then we'll probably roll with that. Don't ever do something like that. Unless you're designing a spa. This is another one. These are $3.29. So this is our cheap aisle right here. So this is the aisle that we should be shopping in. Black and white. If we're going black and white, $4. That looks smooth. This is what I'm putting in my rentals right now.
Okay.
Actually, I use this one as well. I'm just a little sick of it because I've been using the crap out of it. This could be the backsplash laying down. There's a lot of, this is a good aisle for you. I really like the prices here. Like, look at this. This is a herringbone backsplash. If that goes black on our kitchen walls, that's $2.93 a square foot. Everybody likes herringbone, all the women do. Does your wife like herringbone?
Yes.
So this is probably our best one that I've found yet so far because it's not super specific. It'll blend in with pretty much everything. We'll need to use a black or a gray grout. See, this is a white grout that doesn't look that appealing, right?
Yep.
This is a gray grout, and then let's see if we have any black grouts. No, these are so black or gray is the way we want to go.
She actually said I need to hurry up and give her a new kitchen.
Well, she might want to move into this house. I don't like any of this. Do you like any of this?
No.
I've used this before. That's kind of specific. It's $1.19, that's why I've used it. Yeah, so these are kind of my bread and butter. I would go with like a shinier one like this. See how it's $1.49? I think that white in bathrooms you can never go wrong with. So this would be probably my top pick right here. Be this one right here, the Crescendo White. Because you see it's $1.49. The way we're gonna lay it would just be that in the bathroom. You only got 70 square feet of it, so you can do the math.
So you would install that like in the walk-in shower and where the tub's at? in the other restroom?
Uh-huh.
Have them matching?
I'd match them, yep. Now, if it was like, hey, we're doing like 5 bathrooms and we gotta do them, and we might not match them, I gotta look at the pictures again of the other flips and see,
Okay.
are they going a little bit higher? I gotta go get into the details, but I wanna just kind of show you how my thought process is. First thing that we're looking at is the price. But this one right here, yeah, this is the one right here, and it's $149. It looks clean. Again, we don't have to make all these decisions today. I just wanna show you,
Okay.
like walk you through Home Depot so you know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, so when I was asking you about like was typical what you pay for like granite countertops with the material and the install, and you were talking about $25 a square foot.
Well, I was giving you a number is what they're gonna charge you. Here's the problem with a lot of granite guys. A lot of granite guys, they'll say, oh, it's 25 bucks a square foot, and they'll charge you for a prefab. That's for a piece that you buy from the quarry that they have to go and take to a shop, and they'll try to charge you the same price for cutting holes in the one that's already prefabricated, which we gotta go find. And I'll explain the difference between the two. You see one piece of granite, and they're gonna say, oh, it's $25 a square foot to install. And then they'll try to charge you the same for one that's already milled and ready to go. When people start talking about per square foot, I start talking about price. Because per square foot is where you get burned because it's on their side.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If we can negotiate on just price, then we know where we wanna be. All right, so this is another cool thing that I like at Floor & Decor. If you wanna get like a good idea, you pop back here, you can see like this is a nice gray. If we're gonna paint anything gray, this is the type of color that we're gonna want for the cabinets. This is all gonna be the expensive stuff, but you can get good ideas. This is a good gray color. Sometimes I'll go a little too blue gray. This is a really nice gray color. Like what I was talking about in the shower. If we're gonna do a shower floor.
And those are your transitions that you were talking about right there,
Correct.
right?
This is the transition I'm talking about right here. That's where they're going. Something like that's a little commercial grade, but you can see what they put on the floor. You said one of them has there's one with a tub. Are both of them tub?
One was a tub, one was a walk-in.
Yeah, so the walk-in, we'll use that floor, the other one we
The
won't.
walk-in was in the master.
Let's just go look at a couple of these little vanities to see what they're selling for here. I've never even bought one. I always buy them from Home Depot. But you see, this is what I'm talking about when I say black and white. This is the new trend. So when we're looking at fixtures, we're gonna order most of our fixtures from Amazon.
Okay.
Unless we can find better deals other places, but that's what I generally do. Or chrome would be my other go-to. How much are the vanities? Are they even asked? Do they have a price on these?
$4.99.
Yeah, so we would never buy it here. Well, that's not bad, actually. This is clean. If this is only $2.29, these are better than you're gonna find at Home Depot, but these are nice right here. So this one is $2.39. So those are nice little vanities right here. So we'll just look at a quick gray right here. There we are. Something like that on the walls, and then just white trim. Simple. Let's just look at their tile too.
Okay.
Just to see if there's better deals here. So I like this tile pretty good. This is a good looking tile right there, that $1.99. I wouldn't go with anything that's wood. I would stay on this side if anything, but Floor & Decor looks like it's got a little bit better deals, about 50 cents a square foot on that stuff. You can tell this is like the same as the tile we were looking at. And ours was $1.49. That one's $1.99. That's a good looking one. And yeah, make sure you get a picture of this. So yeah, that's a good deal. That's the best look. We both went to it, and it's the best looking tile I think we've seen all day. And it's right in our price point. So, do you remember if that was a gas or electric? It doesn't matter. If you don't remember, don't worry. We'll just look at both. This is not our aisle anyways. This is too expensive. But look, see how cheap these are? Like something that's $2.98. We want to try to stay under $300 for the microwave. So $8.09. These things have gone up a lot. Okay, here's another thing that's important to pay attention to. Whenever you see like double ovens and stuff like that, that's going to cost us more money. Do they have a double oven over there?
No.
Good. Because if we have a double oven, we gotta buy this. You see how expensive these are right here? So you see, like if you had a double oven, look at the price change.
Yeah.
So we'd go from a $2,000 appliance package to like a $5,000 appliance package. So what my method is, if we have to change the cabinet setup, that's what we'll do, so we don't have to deal with that.
Okay.
And if we were like looking for a good look and say, hey, we're not gonna put a microwave in, this would be the look we'd wanna put in there. Like we wouldn't have to put the microwave in over the top. If we were trying to go for like a good sex appeal, we'd want something like this. And then we'd save money on the microwave. Okay, here's our cheap stuff. This is a nice one. What is this? This is a Mana. The appliances are more expensive in Houston. So we'll just try to find the best deal. We're not in a rush for this, but don't worry about the brand name. Nobody's gonna pay attention. If you can sign everything up, so it's the same one, like this one's 807, so this is 1,200. So if we got this would be 1,200 bucks, these two items, and then a dishwasher would be
Right here, World Pro.
Yeah. So usually I'm spending about $400 or $500 on my dishwasher. It changes. Like I said, the prices have been going up. They were 500 bucks forever. But obviously that's priced in the market. Okay, so this is what we're looking for with appliances. You got a good understanding of that? It's just, we're looking for the cheapest stuff that we can buy that matches as close as possible. So sinks, this is called a 50-50. Do you know the difference?
Yes, and that one's the farm sink or something like that?
Yeah, it's just these are all farm sinks,
Okay.
but the way they're set up is if they're split down the middle, they're called 50/50s. If they're split a different way, like if I can find one, these are all 50. Yeah, that's a 60/40 because it's just 60 on this side, 40 on the other. It doesn't matter undermount or whatever. Something like this is our sink. If you buy them at the right place, you can get these for like 99 bucks, like a standard 50/50. Again, we got to look at the other comps again to see how far they took it, because we don't want to go cheap. If it's like 100 bucks more for a super nice one that hits, that's what we want to do. Yeah, so that's all standard stuff right here. We got to also look at the molding in the house.
The vents in the restrooms, you usually switch them out.
If they're loud, if they look like crap, you know what I mean? I'll try to put a cover over it.
I actually just installed this one in my house.
Oh, how do you like it?
I love it. So it's Bluetooth, you can jam out to music and it changes colors. And I've recently seen one of the investors said that you got to remember, you're not moving into this house.
Right, you're not moving in this house, so you are literally thinking builder grade, builder grade. Have you ever been to a brand new house? They put the cheapest crap in there. Cultured marble. It's just fake marble.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably gonna be looking for something like this.
Correct, yeah.
How much was yours, 199?
Yeah, it was about 150. But like you said, that was my house.
Yeah, you do it the way you want it at your house. Hey, which aisle are your windows on? Not window cup.
Windows.
Windows.
All the way to the.
All the way to the end. Okay, thanks.
Right. Second to the last aisle on the right.
Windows are inexpensive, so you can see, and these are easy to install.
And they're noticeable right away by the buyers.
We're gonna touch the outside of the house last and stuff like that. So that's like, if we look at it, we're like, okay, does that work? I don't want to make that mistake, like make a huge mistake though. Okay, the only other thing I'm gonna mention while we're here, if we're gonna go and order something, this is a mistake that has happened to me numerous times that you got to be really close attention to. These doors are what, 5 foot, I think, usually? Whatever it is. They have a standard door. If we're gonna like change stuff, we need to build it to the standard door size. Otherwise, it's a special order.
Okay.
Same thing with windows, right?
Okay.
When we'll go walk down the window aisle. We'll just take a tape to those, and I'll show you what the standard windows are that are in stock, and we'll see, hey, what does that look like? Some of these guys will install windows for 200 bucks with the window installed. And maybe that's your guy. And if we just count the windows, we're like, all right, that's gonna cost us $4,000 or $5,000. I'm now a Ryobi guy.
Oh, you are?
Well, it was the cheapest, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's everything in here. Anything else? But I think we should just go get something to eat, right? Because I know you're dying. That first house, I was like, I remember I was telling you, I was like, this is not how you do it. But my instincts we can't get in because I've been doing it so long. I bet you the house is gonna sell for what did I say, like 450, 550, something around there. Yeah, but it wouldn't teach you the right way. You know what I mean? That's why I was like, I want to get a deal right now. Like, I know this is gonna be one.
But darling, the moment I laid eyes on you, I knew my rambling days were through.